Carter with The Mission Continues, who are joining us in studio today. Mission Continues is a nonprofit organization deploying military veterans and community leaders to build stronger communities across the nation. Visit www.missioncontinues.org to learn more. Well, the Cowboys are looking to run their win streak to 3 games for the second time this season. On Sunday night, Dallas will host the 6-3 Vikings. Ezekiel Elliott will be shooting for his 4th straight 100-yard game, while Dak Prescott looks to stay on his current pace to set career highs in yards and touchdowns this season. Shannon, big night on Sunday night. Who's going to win this one?
Skip, if you follow Kirk Cousins' career, he'll be up and down, and then he'll pull a game, and you're like, where did that come from? And we saw 2 of those back-to-backs, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. And you're like, why can't he do that all the time? Well, no quarterback is going to throw 4 touchdowns and no interceptions every single game. But the ebbs and flows for Kirk seems to go way, way up, and the lows are really, really low. But I'm expecting a monster game from Dalvin Cook. And this is the way they're going to win this game, because I don't believe they can just ask Cousins to throw the football 35, 40 times and they win the ball game. I think he needs to keep the throws somewhere under 25 or less to have a great chance of winning this ball game. They need to control the clock. If Cook can run the football, now they play action. I believe they're going to be without Thielen, Skip, who re-injured that hamstring against Kansas City last week. But I think they have enough weapons. Stephon Diggs has been unbelievable. They're starting to use Irv Smith Jr. a little bit more, the tight end. Kyle Rudolph is still a valuable commodity. And the defense. But I think the game is really going to fall on the hands of the defense because you can't let Zeke get off. If Zeke gets off, it's over. You're not beating them because Dak's going to play action you, and they're going to have big plays down the field. I'm a little concerned with Xavier Rhodes because he has not been the guy since he went to that Pro Bowl. He's not the same guy. I don't know if he started reading his press clippings. I don't know if he gained a little weight. He got a little heavy. But he's not that same guy. And teams, if they're not completing passes on him, Skip, he's getting pass interference. He's getting holding. He's getting incidental contact. But with that being said, I think they're due. Put the ball in Dak Prescott's hand. Just like the Eagles said. Yeah, I want the ball in his hand.
Dare the devil again.
Yes. Woo. Yes, I dare the devil. Yes.
Dak, did you hear it?
I hope he heard it.
Put the ball in Dak's hand.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you.
I wish they would. Yeah, I dare the devil. They need to send me to hell because I'm going to put out that fire, and everything will be copacetic down there. Yeah. So I'm daring them to put the ball in Dak Prescott's hand because I don't believe he can do it on a consistent basis. I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings 27-24, and when I come in Monday, old first cousin, we be kinfolk again.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. So, you know what I just heard from you? I heard you actually with your head predicting Dallas. Like your head was telling you, Shannon, be careful, Shannon. You're going to be, no, Shannon. And then your heart took over at the very end, and you just spilled all over the table, and it was just wrong, and wronger. And you knew it when it was coming out of your mouth, but you just couldn't stop yourself.
He do.
It's cowboy hatred, and it just took over your nervous system, and you just involuntarily just spilled all over the table.
Cousins have heard everything you said about when he was in Washington and how he couldn't beat.
I've been doing this for like 8 years.
Yeah, exactly.
On TV. He's heard me for 8 years. However long he's been in the league.
He got a new team now.
Okay. Well,
he got a new band.
Better backup. I'll give you that. Before I unleash on this, I want to point out that if we just use Pro Football Focus's ranks this week, this is number 2 versus number 4 in their rankings.
Yeah.
So this is actually the biggest game of the year so far in the NFL.
It should be.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Because everybody's hyping the Monday night game, and they should, because it's going to be great, because it's Seattle-San Francisco.
Right.
But Seattle is ranked, what are we, 3? I'm sorry, San Francisco's 3, and Seattle's 12th in these rankings.
Right.
So the Seattle defense is not, okay, so this is big time.
Yeah.
This is potent offense on both sides against 2 very good defenses. Minnesota's is a little better than Dallas's.
Okay.
And I'll give Dallas the offensive edge. But again, this is very easy for me because just as Aaron Rodgers has the Cowboys number. He just does. I don't know how to explain it. Voodoo, hex, whatever you want to call it.
It's more Dak's number, but okay.
Okay, he's got their number. But conversely, Dak has Cousins' number, or Dallas has Cousins' number, because when he was a Redskin, their arch rival, Kirk Cousins went 1-6 versus Dallas, and the only W came against the current offensive coordinator for the Cowboys, Kellen Moore, who was just an okay NFL quarterback.
You being nice.
I know, but he was just okay. And in that game, he was not okay.
No.
And so that's the only that Kirk Cousins beat Kellen Moore, and that's all he's got to show against Dallas.
Yeah, when you're okay quarterback, you become a coordinator at 29.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. That about sums it up. Okay, so to me, once again, this is going to boil down to what it always boils down to. Dak Prescott will make more key plays than Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins will make some plays in this game because he always does. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
In fact, in moments and stretches, he's sensational.
Yes.
I give you that. But can we hark back to the first time Dak and Kirk Cousins met? It was game number 2 of Dak's rookie year at Washington. And remember, Dak lost his opener to Eli. Remember this? At Jerry World. It was a close game. Well, you remember that, Giants fan. But Eli won that one.
Yeah.
But Dak played pretty well in that game. You say, wait a second, as a fourth-rounder trying to replace Tony Romo, he's looking like he might be able to stand up to this test. So he goes to Washington, and he's down 23-20, and it's 3rd and goal from the 6 with Kirk Cousins driving to make it 30-20 with about 10 minutes left in the game. And if they get to 30-20, I don't know. Here's the play. It might be over. And he goes to church, as in he threw it to Barry Church, who happened to play for my team. And that just changed the whole game. That's a cardinal sin interception.
Yes,
right?
you don't throw it front side in quarters coverage.
You just don't do it. You do not do it. And again, he tried to find Pierre Garçon, and he didn't see Barry Church for whatever reason. And guess what my quarterback did? He went 11 plays, 80 yards, touchdown. That was when Alfred Morris was in for Zeke, because Zeke was dropping the football. That was his second game of his career. And Dallas comes back to win that game 27-23. Then what happened on Thanksgiving of that year back at Jerry World? Cousins at Dak. What happened in that game? My goodness. Kirk Cousins threw a party at Dallas.
Yeah.
But you were talking about limiting him to 25 throws. He threw it 53 times in that game, but guess what? He completed 41. Is that good? 41 of 53?
Great.
How about 449? Does that work for you? Does 3 touchdowns to no interceptions work for you?
Yeah.
Yep, except what happened in the red zone?
Exactly.
Red zone was no zone for Kirk Cousins. He went 2 of 5 in the red zone, while my guy threw for only 195 yards in that game, but he went 4 touchdowns in 4 red zone attempts, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? My guy won 31-26 in that game, and he had a QBR, Dak did, of 97, scale of 0 to 100. Kirk had an 85, but he missed on all the key throws in the red zone, just as we saw him miss on that one that went to church, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that just sums up. That's Kirk Cousins versus Dak Prescott, and it has routinely happened against Dak because Dak is now 4-0, and he's going to be 5-0 on Sunday. 5-0, and again, I'll go close game, and I think it's going to be a battle, and I think it's going to go to the wire, but my guy will make 1 or 2 more key plays than your guy. You are betting on Kirk Cousins at Dallas. That's a mistake.
Well, I think the thing is that the defense, the Vikes defense, Skip, was going to have to play a huge role because you're like their top 10 defense and rush defense and pass defense. But they got to, Skip, look, I know you have the utmost respect, but you love Dak. But, Skip, I can't let Zeke run the ball. Because if I let Zeke run the ball, they're going to play action man. Then Amari's going to be wide open. Gallup's going to be wide open. The tight ends will be there. You got to take it away. Now, you got Danielle Hunter. You got Joseph. You got Griffin. You got guys that can – it's going to be a great matchup to watch the offensive line of the Cowboys and the defensive line of the Vikes.
Okay, nobody can negate a pass rush any quicker than Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And that's what you got to be careful of.
So he does have 3 straight 100-yard games, and trust me on this, he will take it as a personal challenge to outperform Dalvin Cook, who is leading the league in rushing, and Zeke is not leading the league in rushing. He's 4th in the league in rushing, and he doesn't love that. He's been talking about it this week. Nobody takes a challenge better than Zeke does, right?
Right.
So I think you are pretty nervous that my running back's going to get loose.
That's what concerns me, because they saw Damian Williams last week Dallas watching, taking off tape, like, hold on. This guy went for 130, almost 140 yards. He did have a 91-yarder skip, but Zeke's like, hey, I might not get to have a 91-yarder, but there are things I see against this Vikings defense that we can take advantage of. And we know the Cowboys' offensive line is better than the Chiefs' offensive line, considering they were down 3 starters. So that's what concerns me, because if Zeke has a 91-yarder, he'll rush for 300 yards.
Yep.
And that's what I'm not afraid of Dak. You think I'm afraid of Dak? No. I'm afraid of Zeke. That's what scares me. Zeke keeps me up at night. The other guy's like, I sleep good.
Are
8
you
hours.
listening, Rain Dakota Prescott?
Yeah,
Rain as in R-E-I-G.
Yeah, he gonna rain interceptions for us.
Really?
2 of them.
Really?
Yeah, I got 2
go
of
to
them.
3. Go to 3.
No, 2.
Go, come on, give me 3.
2.
Going once, twice, 3 times. He threw 3 against Green Bay, and you said he deserved all 3.
It is. You get 2.
Right? Okay.
2.
So I'm going to go close game because I'm objective about this, but I am, and I'm going to go 26-23 Dallas, and here's my difference maker. And again, you mentioned Adam Thielen, so that's going to be the reverse difference maker. Kirk Cousins is going to be in trouble without him because, again, when you got Thielen and Diggs, that's hard to stop. But when it's just Diggs and the tight ends, you can keep that to a low roar. But on defense, I believe that Jerry Jones has made the move of the year this year just the way he did 1 year ago last year. What did he do at midseason last year? He went and got Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Right? This year, he went and got Michael Bennett. So Michael Bennett is becoming the Amari Cooper of the defense. He is a disruptor.
Yeah.
He's going to be a difference maker. They played differently. They looked differently because he inspired DeMarcus Lawrence.
And they know, and Skip, they know, having faced Cousins in Washington, if we get to, he's a guy, Skip, that if you get to him early,
he
can't dig himself out of the hole. We've seen, like, Dak threw a horrible interception, he dug himself out of it. Well, if we get to Cousins early, he doesn't dig himself out of the hole. And so that's what, they're going to come. They're going to be relentless in their pressure. You have to stay ahead of the sticks. You can't get 2nd and 12. You can't be 3rd and 10, because that front four will put pressure on Cousins. And if they get to him early, then all of a sudden he's going to be looking around. It makes me mad when the quarterback gets sacked or he throws a pick. He looks up at the jumbotron. Yeah, you got sacked. Yeah, you threw the pick. You don't need to look up there.
I'm going to say it one more time. I've been saying this for 8 years.
Don't worry about it.
Kirk Cousins, underconfident overachiever, and that's what he always turns into under the biggest pressure.
Okay, I want you to remember that on Monday.
I remember it. I've remembered it for 8 years.
When you come here on Monday, and you know what I'm gonna have on? You know I have on my hat and my apron.
Okay,
gonna be cooking.
You can have it all on.
Have me a spatula, have me a pan. I'm gonna have everything. Serve it up how it is. Come on down.
I might be wearing my number 4 jersey on.
No jersey.
I might just do it.
No.
It'll be
unlimited
either 4
supply.
or 21. I got choices. I got a big wardrobe. 4, 21, maybe 19. Maybe I'll wear 19.
You know, like you go to IHOP. You know, I don't know if you go to you eat at IHOP, but if you go like on certain days before 4:30, unlimited pancake.
Really?
Yeah, on Monday.
Don't do that.
Unlimited L's. All you can eat.
Really?
Dak.
Okay.
And you too.
Dak, you have been called out. This is the Doug Peterson of Undisputed across from us. He is guaranteeing a Minnesota victory and a Dak collapse. You heard it here first.
I did not guarantee.
Yes,
but I
you
feel
did.
I'm like 51%.
Oh, okay.
You know how they have the percentage of you winning. I think like Alabama has a 72% chance of winning. We're going to talk about them a little later. I'm going to give it 51. I think the Vikes have a 51% chance of winning.
You got the courage of your convictions.
Trying to get IHOP as a sponsor, it sounds like.
Yeah, we're going to get me those old frame fluffy pancakes. Not none of them old silver dollars. Them old big fluffy ones.
Oh, big fluffy chocolate chips?
Nah, I don't like that. Yeah.
You
don't eat pancakes?
I eat them without syrup.
You know what, Skip? I used to do that. And I was a fool for doing that. I missed the syrup and the butter, too.
See, when you go to chocolate chips, you don't